Okay, pre-calculus, in this video we are still in Unit 10 conic sections and we're still dealing with parabolas. Yay! And in this video we're going to talk about how to work backwards, and we are not now going to graph an equation. Now, given some information, we're going to find the equation. So some of you will love these, some of you won't. You'll live. All right, so let's look at this first example here. We want to find the equation of a parabola that has a focus at -3, -2, and a directrix at y equals -6. So I'm just going to sketch this to get an idea of how my parabola opens. So -3, -2, that would be right there. That is the focus. And the directrix is at y equals -6. So -3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. All right, so if I know my focus and I know my directrix, think about the fact that if I know those, the vertex should be right in the middle of those. So let's look at this line right here. The axis of symmetry would go through here, right? So, well, and it should be obvious to you that given the placement of the focus and the directrix that this is a parabola that opens up. And so notice that from here to here, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So halfway between would be 1, 2. So the vertex is right there. So the vertex is going to be at -3, -1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and since we can tell that this parabola is going to open up based on the location of the focus and the directrix, we know that we're looking at this kind of situation right here. Okay, so that means that really the only thing we have to find is A, because we just found the vertex. X minus a -3 makes that positive, and then -4 for K. So the vertex gave us those values, so we now have to find A. Well, think about this, okay? In our basic information up here, when we talked about this, remember that P is the distance between your focus and your vertex. And remember, when we started working our problems, we found P by 1/4A. So an equation that has A in it is going to help us find A. So if I know P equals 1/4A, and I know what P is, I can just replace P and use the equation to solve for A. So the distance between the focus and the vertex here is 2, and the distance between the vertex and the directrix is 2. So P is 2. Neato. We're going to think of this as over 1, and we're going to cross multiply. 2 times 4A is 8A. 1 times 1 is 1. I've got to divide both sides by 8. So A equals 1/8. So that goes right there. So y equals 1/8 times x plus 3 squared minus 4. See, that's so easy. All right, so let's do another one. Given the focus at 0, 5 and a vertex at 0, 1, write the equation. All right, so again, I'm going to sketch this to get an idea as to which direction my parabola opens. That way I can set up this basic form of my equation and see what I need. All right, so the focus is at 0, 5. Well, that's no movement right or left. That's just up 5. So there's the focus. And the vertex is at 0, 1. So the vertex is right here. Okay, so that means that the distance between these is 1, 2, 3, 4. So P equals 4. Well, we know that P equals 1/4A, and we learned in the last problem that we need to know A for our equation, so that's why I'm doing this. So I'm going to substitute the 4 in for P. I'm going to write this over 1. I'm going to cross multiply, and then a is 1 over 16. So this again opens up. So y is equal to positive a times x minus h squared plus k. Oops, I don't know why I did parentheses right there. Okay, so y is equal to positive 1/16 x minus h, or which is 0 here, squared plus 1. This is kind of unnecessary, so the actual equation would look like this. Groovy. All right, let's do the last one. So now we're going to find the equation of a parabola with the focus of 4, 0 and a directrix of x equals -2. All right, so I'm going to draw a sketch again. So 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right, and we're not going up any. So there's the focus. The directrix, notice, is at x equals -2, which is right there. This parabola opens, you guessed it, to the right. So let's measure the distance between the directrix and the focus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The vertex will be right in the middle, so I'm going to measure over 3. So 1, 2, 3. There's my vertex right there. So I have a vertex at 1, 0. My parabola opens to the right. That means I'm going to have x equals a positive a times y minus k squared plus h. All right, so I've got k and h. Just like that, I need a. Well, the distance between the vertex and the focus and the directrix and the vertex is 3. So P equals 3. So 3 equals 1 over 4a. Cross multiply. A equals 1/12. And this is not necessary, this 0 right here. So I am just going to write this just like that. See, and you were worried. It's all good.